Okay, so the market is now rejecting this area, which is good, and soon it will be breaking down here. So let's look at the 30-minute candle over here. 30-minute candle looks like it will be closing back in the range, maybe. So look at this 5-minute candle. This 5-minute candle is coming all the way down. So this just broke the low, and now it should be moving down, but I'm not gonna execute the trade because I'll wait for the 30-minute candle to close, because 30-minute candle is just having 2 minutes left here. So I'm not gonna hop in take any trade when there is only 2 minutes left. So what is happening is that 1 hour candle will be closing also in 1 minute now. So I think that will be a really bad idea if I execute a trade in the last 1 minute of the candle, because I know the next candle can move really up, create a upper wick, and will move really down. So yeah, so I'll just wait here, because look, the candles can just reject some areas, and I don't know where it will be going. But the one thing I know is if it crosses below this level over here, it will be moving down. That's the analysis I am trusting, and let's see. Let's see. Only 4 seconds remaining here. Let's see if there is some news today or not. There is no such news today. Yeah. So there is no such important news today, and let's see here. Okay, look, this candle just closed with huge rejection here. Guys, I really think that if it starts to go down once, then it won't be stopping. Now this is something good happening over here. Why? Because if you look at the 1 hour candle, then the 1 hour candle just closed down here. So let's see here, the 15-minute also closed down here. So if this 15-minute candle breaks this low over here, then the chances of going down will be increasing. And the same is for the 5 minutes over here. 5 minutes having 3 minutes left, and but I still wait for the 1 hour candle to break this low over here, because the 1 hour candle have 60 minutes left, 60 minutes in that, right? So in those 60 minutes it can just go down and then go up and then finally go down. So I don't want to get trapped here, because once I take this trade at this point, by analyzing the 5 minutes, what can happen is it can just go down simply 3 pips, 4 pips in profit, and then I will be in drawdown. So that's the issue over here. So let's see how the candle will be forming, and let's go to the 1 hour. Look here, the 1 hour candle is really amazingly drawn right now. Look, this candle just closed below the trend line, and whenever the candles closed below the trend lines over here, look, from here it rejected, here it rejected, here it rejected. So now as it has closed below the trend line, previous two candles rejected this area heavily. Now the current 1 hour candle, sorry, the previous 1 hour candle just closed below this trend line, which is a really important trend line and a strong trend line because it's coming from the left, right? So it has to break the low and continue moving down. So we will be having around 12-13 pips for us. Yeah, so 12-13 pips will be there because after 12-13 pips it can reject the area. But if I talk about the 4 hour, then 4 hour can simply go to, yeah, 20-30 pips I think. So I'll try to catch more pips, but this candle is doing good here. It's going up right now, so it will be giving us more clarity about the market structure here. Right now there is no new information available in the market. I think if this candle closes bullish, then we will be having new information available with us. So yeah, let's look at the 15 minutes over here. By looking at the 15 minutes, it's just in the channel right now, it's nothing special. Hello Eldolf, how about GU sir? Safe sells below 1.38920. Let's check here. Let's check the range. You're saying 920. 920 will be here. The thing is, you can execute sells here, but the problem is this. You have this clean range. That's not the problem. But the problem is this area over here. So you should be trusting the volume, that if you just take a sell here at this point, then you will be going down to this level. That's fine. That will be around 9.7, 9.8 pips. But the thing is, if the market has to reject, then it will be coming halfway and it will be rejecting that area. So if that will be the case here in GU, then what you can do is, if the market comes down to this level over here and it rejects and starts to reject that area and goes to your entry point, at that point you can close 70% of the trade. Because why I'm saying this, because earlier here the market rejected this area and moved all the way up. So you can take this point as a heavy trigger point, and the market can just retrace back to the extreme points. So that's what you need to keep in mind. But let's see what the 4 hour is doing here. Alright, so if I look at the 4 hour, then the market is coming down from this level over here. Previously this level was also respected, and where the market is coming from this level. So the where can market possibly go? Market can possibly go to this level over here. So sells, yes, will be a good idea over here, but you really need some volume here to push the candle through these wicks. Just make sure your bias is sells, because right now there is nothing which can tell us that GU will be going up, so it will be a sell. If I was taking this trade, then what I was doing is I was executing the trade once the candle starts to break this low over here to this point, and when the market reach this point over here, I'll just put my stops at break even, because at that point, if there is volume in the market, then it will push the market more down. If there's no volume in the market, then it will be pushing back up the market, right? So just make sure that you put your stops at break even when the market reach this area. So that's how you will be able to minimize your risk. No problem, you're really welcome. And just make sure you draw trend lines over here, because with the help of these trend lines you will be able to look on the invisible points on the market. Look, if the candles are rejecting this area, if there was no trend lines, let me just hide everything. Yeah, so look, the market rejected this area. Oops. Okay, so the market rejected this area first, now it's rejecting this area. So there was no valid point why the market is rejecting that area. But once you draw trend lines, you have all the answers. Market is rejecting this area because this trend line is coming from the left here. So just adapt these things into you to draw trend lines, because trend lines, once you use trend lines with the support and resistance strategies, they work like magic. Guys, this is the website over here, and I want to ask you guys that I'm thinking that I should be give one lesson here. Two lessons are already free from the course, as the people were demanding to give more lessons for free here. So I'm thinking to give one last lesson for free to everyone. So there will be total 3 lessons which will be free. Which should be that? Yeah. So trading plan. Let's just check. Okay, so this is a test ID, so cannot see this lesson over here. So what I'm thinking is that I should be keeping this lesson over here, trading plan, for free, so that everyone can go and learn from this lesson over here, to learn how you can make a trading plan with your strategy, and what are the important points you should be keeping in mind before trading, and how can you make a proper trading plan. So just tell me, we have almost 10 people on this chat right now, so just tell me if what you think about this. So should I just open this lesson over here for everybody. So what you will be getting is, if you agree, then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put something here in courses, free course type thing, okay? And that free course type thing, you will be getting all the free lessons from this global trading course. So I think that will be helping a lot of people to make trading plan, but only 3 lessons will be free from the course. So, and those 3 lessons are really important. I think first is, let's just, yeah, I think first about forex trading is free, and second one is, I kept another lesson for free. I think this was the risk management lesson. Yeah, so this lesson was also free. First one free, this one is for free, and this trading plan. I'll keep this one free if you guys are okay with this. Or if you want any other lesson over here for free, just tell me right now so that I can open the lesson for everybody. How about risk management 1? It's already free. Risk management 1 is free. You can go and, yeah, this is a test ID. This ID hasn't purchased the course, so if you go with your ID by registering on the website and go to this lesson over here in the course section, then this lesson is free. Look, this lesson is free. And Mavin is saying awesome, trading plan is perfect. Alright, so I'm gonna open this trading plan over here. Today after the streams it will be open to everybody, and you can just register on the website, and from the course section you can have access to the lesson. Because I was also thinking that if people are having their own strategy and they are not trading with my strategy, then if I can just help them in such a way that they can create a trading plan with their own strategy, then that will be an awesome idea. Because trading plan is something which should be free for everybody. So that's what I was also thinking here. Okay, so I'm gonna open the trading plan for free for everybody. So you just go and register on the website, and you will be having access to that after the streams. So once I open that lesson, and I'm gonna put that on my Instagram so that everybody can just will be able to know that chapter is now open. Okay, so let's just log out from this here. You're really welcome. So let's look here what the 1 hour candle is doing. 1 hour candle is having 44 minutes left here to close, and it's kind of creating upper wick, I think. Yes, it's creating upper wick, rejecting this trend line over here, which is a good sign of going down. So let's just wait here. Okay, so there is some more information available. This one. So I think If the market breaks this level over here, then it will be going down. So we are talking about 153.939. This is the level over here. So what we will be doing is we will be taking an early entry here. But I think, let's see here, 939. Okay, so that will be an entry once the current 30-minute candle breaking the low of the previous 30-minute candle. Okay, sounds good according to the 30 minutes over here. So yes, I'm gonna execute the trade here. 934 level, but only if I'll feel comfortable executing the trade here. Otherwise, my second trigger point will be this for sure. So these are the two trigger points. The first one is a bit risky because the market earlier also came down to this level and reject this area to go up. So let's just calculate the distance between these 2 points over here. The distance is around 2.4 pips only. So I don't think that we should be taking the risk for 2.4 extra pips. I think this will be a good point over here, 153.910. But we will see. So today the market hasn't moved much. It just moved sideways over here today. It just went down in the London session. Now I think it will be moving a little bit more down here in the New York session. So let's just wait. Five-minute candle is closing here. I think, yeah, it just closed with no wick. So 30-minute candle will be closing in 10 minutes here. Let's hope to catch some good moves. I think the volume will be coming into the market at the time of NY open. So at the time of NY open, the 1 hour candle will be closing. And if this 1 hour candle will be closing like weak bullish candle and the next candle breaks the low, then there will be a extremely good opportunity of GJ to go down. So what can happen is we can grab all the pips in the next 1 hour candle. Well, let's see if we can take a trade here. GU is also struggling at this point. Trading Helper saying hi. Hello Trading Helper, how are you? Welcome to the streams. Okay, so look, GBPJPY is breaking below this trend line over here. Now this is a very delicate situation right now because it can just go a little bit more down and then reject, or it can just break this low and starts to go down. So if I take a trade at this point, then I'll be having around 2.5 pips here. Okay, let's see the 30 minutes. So 30-minute candle is respecting the previous candle's high. It went up, rejected that area, now it's coming all the way down. So I think if the current 30-minute candle breaks the low here of the previous 30-minute candle, then it can go really down. So let's try to catch this trade in the smaller time frames here. So the low of the 30-minute candle is, yeah, that's exact same point here, 935. Let's see if we can have I think it will be going up right now, because here this leg will be completing at this point, symmetrical moves. So I think it will be going up for one more time, a little bit up at least, to create, to make this leg over here, and after going up it will be going down finally to complete this leg over here. So according to the symmetrical moves, it should be going up and then go down, because right now it's completing this leg over here. Where is that leg? This leg over here. So after going down, it should be going up and then down. So it should be going up and then down. This will be a symmetry here. Yeah, it's rejecting that area. Thank you, Happiness Roots. Really appreciate that. So now the 5-minute candle just rejected the trend line, lower trend line, and now the current 5-minute candle is coming down. I think this 5-minute candle can also reject the lower trend line and will end up going bullish. But let's see where this will be going. So my bias will be still sells for now. Because I think if it starts to go up, then this should be the point over here. So this should be the point. Let's calculate this point. 5-6 pips. So then there is really no range. So no point of trading in this no trade zone over here. So it might go up, reject this area, and then starts to go finally down. So I think at the time of NY open, we will be seeing some volume here in the market, which will be pushing the price down. So let's see. Gold is breaking the structure. Let's check gold. Yeah. So once the gold starts to break this wick over here, it will be going up to fill this wicks. So you will get around 15-20 pips easily. This should be your trigger point. 1784.94, and stops will be very big in gold. Look, 27 pips, really big. So if you keep your stops below this candle, then also 22 pips. If you switch to 5 minutes, 5-minute candle is having 3 minutes left here. So it's about to break the high, and once it breaks this level 1784.94, then it can push up 10 pips at least. So the stops can be below this current 5-minute candle. So yeah. A good sell is brooding on NZD/USD. Marvin, can you please send me a chart here from the trading view so that I can show that trade and that analysis to everyone here also? So it can break the high anytime. I think it's absorbing some volume from the market to move up in a single candle, or 10 pips at least. So let's see. I'm not taking this trade, I'm just calling this trade out. I really don't trade gold, so I just call the trades on gold. So look, it just broke the high. Now it's the time. It might reject this area and go all the way down, or it might just move up with volume. Because if you look at the 15 minutes over here, then 15 minutes is really strong candle going up. 30 minutes also looks good. It broke above the highs over here, and so let's see. Because the problem is in gold is that the stop loss, really high stop loss. So look, if we just take a trade here at this point and it starts to go all the way down, then you'll be losing 7 pips straight. So that's the issue over here. So it again tap into that area, that means it can really go up. GJ is coming down now. Yeah, so GBPJPY just closed below this area. 30-minute candle just closed here. 1 hour candle is still going on. Okay, so gold should be moving up now. When our candle is stretching down in GJ. So gold can, I think, retrace back. Yeah. But I think with volume push it can go up. 30-minute candle can retrace back a little bit, but 1 hour looks like it will be pushing really up. So look, GJ is coming all the way down, and it can break this low over here, but before breaking the low I really want GBPJPY to retrace back a little bit. If that happens, then it's good. If that doesn't happen, then I'm gonna execute the trade once the 1 hour candle will be breaking this low over here. Because I think with volume it can really push down, because it has just created a liquidity wick here. Now once it breaks the low, it should be going down. So I'm ready to execute sells in GJ. So I'll wait for this candle to break 153.905 level. Okay, it just broke the previous candle's low over here in 1 minute. I just took a sell trade at this point. So I'm keeping my stops above the 1 minute candles high, 1 hour candles high. Which is 14 pips. Yeah, this was the issue I was talking about. It came down, rejected. My stops is around, let's see here, yeah, this is my stops here, and I'm anticipating the price to go all the way down. Because the 1 hour candle, I think it just respected the previous candle's high, created a liquidity wick, now it's coming down, which means 4 hour candle is also coming down, as you can see here. So we need a volume push here to move the price really down. So there are some trigger points which we need to keep in mind, that this is one point over here, this is second point over here. So now it starts to drop at this point, and I think it will be dropping further. Because don't forget that 30-minute candle is dropping with no wick, so which can take the 1 hour candle really down. Look, 30-minute candle is dropping with no wick, and this 30-minute candle just broke this low, this low, this low, this low, and now going towards this low over here. So it can easily go down to this low, and then it can break this low also. Okay, 5-minute candle just closed below this area over here, this trend line over here. Look, this failed to close below this trend line. Here also it failed to close below trend line, and this candle just closed below the trend line, and now this candle is stretching towards this low over here. So once a candle breaks this low, which is at 153.863 in the 5 minutes, then it can lead to the second low, which is at 153.823. So once we reach to this area over here, then the trade will be safe. Why? Because our stops is at the high here, so we will be shifting our stops according to the market, because our these trend lines will protect us from getting stopped out with full position. So if we have 13 pips of stops and the market goes against us, then we will going to manage the trade. Let's see here. Now really anticipating for this 1 hour candle to go all the way down with heavy volume. Yes, it should be going at least to this level over here, which will give us around 14 pips at least. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close everything at 14 pips, because I really think that after going down 14 pips it will be rejecting the area. So now just waiting for the candle to break this low over here. It's about to break the low. Right now I'm in 2.4 pips of profit. Let's see if we have some more information available with this. This eye over here. Let's draw a trend line. Okay. So as we start to go in a direction, just try to grab more and more information from the graph. And I think this is another information available. So market can go down to this level and then it can reject this area. Let's see. Because look here, daily is bearish, 4 hour is bearish, 1 hour is bearish, 30 minutes is bearish, every time frame is bearish. So I think with volume it can really push down. Just need to break this low over here. Yeah, I think it will be breaking the low now. Yeah, it just broke the low. Now with volume it can push down. Yes. Yeah, it's pushing down now. It's going to the second low over here, and then it will be going to this trend line over here, and it will reject this area a little bit, but with volume it can really go down. So yeah, right now I'm in 6.3 pips of profit. Look here, this is the trade running. Look, it just tapped into that trend line and it's rejecting that trend line. This is the power of trend lines, guys. You should be, you know, start using the trend lines. So now we are wholly and solely just trusting the volume at this point, because the candles are stretching down. Look at this, 1 hour candle is going all the way down. It's at this low over here. So once this 1 hour candle breaks this low, it will be going all the way down. And I think soon it will be breaking this low also. Yeah, it's about to break the low here. Look at this. It's about to it almost just broke that low. So look, with volume these wicks are getting filled. So this is a sign of volume coming into the market, and we can just trust the volume here. Yeah, it's going down. But the thing is, this trend line is creating some problem at this point. It should be having some more volume and break the low with really heavy volume to break this trend line also, and end up getting closed in this region over here. Because if a 5-minute candle closed between this region over here, then the chances of going down will be really increasing. And look here, this candle should respect the previous candle's high to go down. Even though it starts to go up, it has to respect the previous candle's high. I really want this candle to stretch out, and the 1 hour candle will be going all the way down. So 1 hour candle is having 19 minutes left here to close. Okay, it's going down. At any time it can break the low. Yeah, just rejecting this area. So now the thing is, this is a zone here from the wick, and I want this candle to reject this zone and continue moving down, creating a liquidity wick here. But the thing is, the market just came down from this level, so it has to retrace back a little bit and then it can move further down. That's the issue. It's going back to the entry point here. I'll wait for this 5-minute candle to close. I want to see where it will be closing. I really want the price to maintain below this level, which is this level, 153.904 level. Because if the price starts to maintain below 153.904 level, then we're good. Then the price will be moving more down sharply. Why? Because the candle will be creating some sort of resistance at this point, and once the candle starts to create resistance at this point, we can have some more information. The trend line angle will be shifting aggressively. So that's the idea. It should just stay below this level, 153.904. Oops. Thirty seconds remaining here. So these 30 seconds are really important. Okay. It just went down almost 8 pips. So 5-minute candle closed with no wick here. That means still we can, hold the position over here, and it closed below this trend line over here. So I want now this current candle to close bearish below this zone to go all the way down. As the previous candle closes with no wick, that means there is no volume for the market to push up. So the chances are 50-50. Let's see here. 15 minutes looks good. It just has to go down to fill this wick. 30 minutes, rejecting the area. 1 hour looks also good. Like it's just retracing in its own wick and should be filling its own wick in the current candles. 4 hour also looks good, that it's also rejecting the area, but it has to go down to fill its own wick. Yeah, but let's see. Still got 3 minutes here. So if a candle closes inside this range again, then I'm gonna close 50% of the trade to reduce my losses. According to my analysis, 15-minute current candle should be, you know, go down to fill this wick over here. But let's see. Okay, so this candle just closed inside the range, but still below this area. Let's see the time frames here. 10 minutes left for the 1 hour candle to close. 30-minute also will be closing in 10 minutes. 15-minute is struggling here. It should be reversing back to fill the previous candle's wick. Yeah, I think yes. If this candle starts to go down to fill the previous candle's wick in the 15 minutes, then it should be going down by breaking these lows over here. But for that, it really needs to go down. but it has to create a resistance from here and starts to go down. Hey bro, did you catch the GJ sell? I entered a 15 lot on the break of the low. Yeah, I'm already in the trade here. You got at 153.950. What's our price? Our price is 900 here. Yeah, I think you just got your 10 pips. I just got around 8 pips here. Yeah. So got 1 minute here in this 5-minute candle to close. Okay, it's going down and it broke the low of the previous 5-minute candle. So I really want this candle to push really down with volume, and I think the next candle will be, yeah, New York Open will be there in 5 minutes. Yeah, we are really trying to take over the world. Sometimes GJ doesn't support us. It's playing games here. But I think uh, that's because of the trend line. The trend line was there. That's why. So this candle just closed bearish. So I think it has created its resistance over here, and the current 5-minute candle should break the low and continue moving down. Now 15-minute candle is filling the wick over here, and I want this candle to go all the way down to fill this wick, and finally the 1 hour candle will be going all the way down also. Because I think this was a low created, this was a resistance created, and from the resistance market always moves down. So I think this low will be tested, and if this low will be tested here, then the chances of going down will increase. Yeah, with volume it can really push down. If the price will be able to maintain itself below the trend line areas, then we are good. We can catch 14 pips at least. 2 minutes left here for the 5-minute candle to close, And yeah, and if this 5-minute candle breaks the low, breaks this price over here, then this time it should be going down. It's just that this candle should be, maintain its price below this area over here. So now what I'm going to do is, as the price is going down, I'm gonna shift my stops around this level over here, which is at 153.978. Let's just adjust the stops. What the hell just happened? My stops shifted at 100 pips. What? 153.9, oh, 154 I wrote. 153.978. Yeah, it's good. One minute left. I really need this candle to stay like this for one more minute. The next candle will be New York open candle. "24 seconds remaining here. Just stretch all the way down in the last 20 seconds. I just want that. Just fill it. It should fill its own wick in the last few seconds and close below this area. And the next candle should create upper wick and move down. But if that doesn't happen, then the trade will be dicey here. It just closed above this area. Let's see how this looks like in other time frames. 30-minute candle closed bearish, looks good. Closed all below all these areas here. 1 hour also closes bearish, looks good. 4 hour also going down. I think it's still good here. And it's also closed below this trend line. But what I'm going to do is, if a candle breaks this high over here, I'm gonna close half of the trade. $153.941. Yeah. Because firstly it will be breaking this high and then it will be breaking this high. So that's why I'll be closing half of the trade, because I'm not expecting the price to go above that level, because it failed to maintain the price above this trend line and it just went all the way down. So it should stay below the trend lines over here if it really wants to go down. But if it starts to break the highs over here, then there is no point of sitting in the trade and wait for the market to go in your way. So at that point you should be just managing your risk. So our initial stops was 14 pips and it's now 7.4 pips. So with the market information, we also worked on our stops level. I just want a big candle to form and go all the way down. That's what I want. It's pushing up now. Let's see here. So this is NY open here, and I want with volume the market should be pushed down. But to push down, it really needs to reverse back. It's taking a support from this level. It's going up. About to break the high. I closed half at this point. So I minimized my risk here. I closed 50% here, and I'm gonna close another 50% if the candle crosses above this wick over here. It's trying to go up now. So once it starts to move down in our direction, then I'm gonna add my risk back to this position. Because why? Because I still think that this should be going all the way down. Because once it starts to go down, break the previous candle's low, then I think that will be the point of taking sells. But if it starts to continue going up, then I'll close another 50% at this point over here, and I close another 50% maybe when the candle closes above in this range over here. But if it starts to go down again and closes back in this trendline range, then I think at that point we will be good. Yeah, it's going down again. I'm getting ready with another position to add up once it starts to go in my way. So what I'm going to do is, let me just tell you. So once this 30-minute candle starts to break the previous 30-minute candle's low here, at that point I'm gonna add my risk back. Yeah. So in this particular trade you learned how to manage the risk properly and how you can add the positions back to your trade, and how you can just hold the trade much longer by drawing some trend lines, because after drawing these trend lines you get clarity of the market. Even though maybe I will not win this trade, maybe it starts to go up again, but the thing is I'm not gonna lose any higher amount here, because I am managing my risk really well here. So I closed 50% in about 3 pips of loss, and right now I'm still in the trade. Where I was about to lose $14, 14 pips of risk, 14 pips of risk was there. I reduced the risk to 7 pips. It's just a matter of time now and volume here. So as this candle printed in our direction here, bearish, now I am expecting volume to push the price really down, because now it's coming down from the trend line here. But if with any reason if it breaks this high over here, then I'm gonna close 50%. But the way it's moving, I think it should be moving down, because what I'm thinking is 1 hour candle is creating this wick over here, and it should be breaking this low to continue moving down. And we still got 50 minutes here for the 4 hour candle to close. Okay, I think volume is coming here. Yes. So this current 5-minute candle respected the previous candle's high and breaking the lows here. Now with volume it can push further down. So my trigger point will be, let's see here, 153.816. Okay, this is the trigger point over here. Because now NY open volume may be coming into the market and push the market down. It's going up again. The 5-minute candle just broke its own high here. Let's see this in the bigger time frames. It still looks like that it's creating liquidity wick and should be moving down. Okay, it's trying to go outside the trend line here. Volume is coming. $20 remaining here. So now if this current 5-minute candle breaks its own high, I'm gonna close 50%, because now I'm not expecting the price to move up, I'm just expecting the price to move down. If it goes against me, then I'm gonna close 50%. Okay, so this candle just closed inside the trend line here. Now we can still hold the trade, but I'm gonna close the trade if the candle crosses the highs. So 15-minute candle closed here. Let's see. 15-minute candle closed bullish at this point. So let's see here. So if the current 15-minute candle breaks the previous 15 minutes candle high, then I'm gonna close 50% of the trade. Yes, because I'm not expecting the price to break the high of the previous 15-minute candle, as I'm expecting the price to go down. And when I'm going to add the positions is if the current 15-minute candle breaks the low of the previous 15-minute candle, I'm gonna add the positions back. Yep. So my trigger point now will be 153.847. Let's just shift. 847 will be around here. So I'm gonna add the positions back in my on my trade when the candle crosses below this level over here, because when the when the market crosses below this level, then I think with volume it can really push down all the way down. Right now it's just stuck here, so we have more information now. This is more information here. Now the candles are stuck between these ranges over here, so I want a candle to go all the way down. I'm getting ready to execute my position. I have just took another position here, and I'm keeping my stops at the same level. Let's just adjust the stops. 153.978. Let's do that. 153.978. So I entered the position, my risk back here. Now for both, my take profit will be this area over here, and stop loss will be at this area over here. So I'm now expecting the price to break these lows over here and move all the way down. If the candle breaks this low, then the chances of going down will be increasing. because I am expecting the 4-hour candle to break this low over here. So once it breaks this low, it can move all the way down. And look, this 5-minute candle is just rejecting. So in the last 30 seconds, I really want this 5-minute candle to fill its own wick and close somewhere around here so that it can be a strong bearish candle, and it will be closing then below this trend line also. So if that happens, then the chances of going down will be increasing. Really, it just need to hold for 15 more seconds here. Okay, so it just closed below this trend line and below all these wicks over here. So this candle should be going up a little bit, create a liquidity wick, and starts to go down. Let's see what other candles are doing here. So it's finally about to break the low here. Yeah, it just broke the low. So now with volume, it can push really down. Yes, it's doing that. Yeah, it's going down now. So my first trade is in 10 pips. So I'm waiting for, and I'm closing everything at this point over here. So now look, the 4-hour candle just broke the lows over here. Now with volume, it can push really down. So for my first trade, let's see. Yeah, so it should be going more down here. So for my first trade, I'm gonna keep my stops at break even. Okay, so first trade was at 153.900. I just kept my stops at break even for the first trade, and for my second trade here, the stops are exactly at the same level. So now I'm expecting the price to move further down to at least tap this trend line over here, and maybe when the price will be tapping this trend line, I'm gonna close everything. So here I closed everything. So congratulations to everybody who has just made some profits with me today, and this was the trade we were holding on since long time, and with volume the price will be pushing more down in the 4-hour. So this was the trade, and let me just show you the results here. Yeah. Look at these results over here. So I got around 4.5% today, 4.6%. So we closed first half in loss to manage the risk in -$7, and the second half I closed in around 12-13 pips, and the third, the position I added back here, I closed that in around, I think, 843,771. So that's around 7 pips, maybe. Yeah, 7 pips. I closed that. Why I closed the position? Let's just see that also. So look here, in the 4 hour, if you look here, then the market is approaching this level over here, which is a really strong level. It's coming from the left. Even though I want to, continue in this trade, I cannot, because the market has rejected this level multiple times. Look here, the market rejected the same level multiple times before. So I just cannot take that risk, and I cannot risk the money I'm getting in one trade, because we were also holding that trades for so long time, and today is Friday also, so I don't want my profits to get ruined. So I just closed everything when I got to close everything. So the best part was, we managed the risk, we managed our trade, we added the risk back, and we lost half here, but we still up at 4.5% here, 4.6% here. So that was the trade for today. Brandon is saying well done to everyone. Yes, well done everybody. And so that was his trade here for today, and I think let's just take a leave from here and let's meet on Monday. Enjoy the weekend, guys. Stay safe and just enjoy the weekend. That's it. And yeah, one more thing. I'm gonna open that lesson in few hours, maybe in half hour or 1 hour. I'm gonna open that lesson. So yeah, I'm gonna eat something, really hungry. So take care everyone, goodbye, have a great weekend. You're really welcome, PS Core.